Hey, what's up everyone? DREAGEN here for the very first ever fantasy commentary. Today we are kicking it off with kind of the granddaddy of them all, or one of them anyway, but the all-time classic, The Wizard of Oz. Now, when you see the MGM logo appear on your screen, that is your cue to start listening to us. So we're going to kick things off in 3, 2, 1. Hello! And welcome to the fantasy commentary. Today we are watching The Wizard of Oz. The classic film that, in many ways, you could say kind of kicked off this genre. I'm sure there were other films that came before, but this is, I feel, like the one that kind of really made it kind of a staple, if you will.
I feel like I don't remember this movie at all.
It's been a minute since I've seen it.
It's been like almost 20 years or something since I've seen it.
It's funny, when I was thinking of the movie to kind of start with, I was, I wasn't going back this far, and then I was thinking about like Wizard of Oz. Okay, well, she gets transported to a fantasy world filled with fantasy creatures and magic, where they have to go on a grand adventure across this fantasy land, fight hordes of magical enemies, fight an evil magic wielding villain, and they're off to find a wizard. I'm like, no, this movie kind of hits all the criteria of like a kind of high fantasy adventure. Weirdly enough. I don't think a lot of people like think of The Wizard of Oz in like the same vein as like, The Dark Crystal or Neverending Story. But if you really think about it, it has all the hallmarks.
Dorothy!
Who's that? Is that the main character?
Wow.
I legit don't remember,
Yeah, but you gotta know,
I know there's like the Tin Man and like the Lion Guy.
Everyone knows.
The Lion
Dorothy!
Guy.
And the Straw Boy.
The struggle.
And there's Toto.
For nearly 40 years, this story has given faithful service to the young and heart, and time has been powerless to put its kindly philosophy out of fashion. To those of you who have been faithful to it in return, and the young and heart, we dedicate this picture.
Oh, thank you.
It's touching.
A lot of people don't realize, too, this film is based on a series of books. So it's just amazing that a lot of people don't actually know that. And a lot of the kind of visual staples.
The book was better.
Huh?
The book was better.
Yeah. I've read the book once a long time ago,
surprise.
but I don't remember much from it.
I have not read the book.
Again, it's been so long, I couldn't tell you anything about it. But I remember also, the ruby slippers or whatever in the book, they're like silver.
Yeah.
So a lot of the visual things that this film is known for, it really is just in the film.
Right, but it makes sense. I mean, really, first time you're seeing color.
Yeah,
go with ruby instead of silver. But I don't think I could be wrong, but a color like silver probably at the time was not easy to.
Well, I think because they were kind of really, I don't want to say the word gimmick because that makes it sound kind of condescending, but because obviously color was still kind of a new thing in movies. And
the colors are, from what I remember, the colors in this are very
vibrant.
Yeah, very vibrant.
Yeah.
And it's one of the reasons why they wanted to.
Well, I mean, it's cool.
Well, yeah, it's one of the reasons why they wanted to shoot the non-Oz stuff in black and white stuff, because for most audiences, this is what they were kind of used to films looking like, was this kind of thing. So when she goes to Oz, to really kind of distinguish it from the regular world, I guess, by putting it in color for audiences back then, that would have been like a really big elaborate special effect.
Yeah, I mean, because the world wasn't even in color then.
No, life wasn't black and white back then.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, color was invented in the 40s, I think.
Mm-hmm.
When was this movie made?
All the foreshadowing, by the way.
Oh yeah, by the way, that is the Scarecrow that you're seeing there. A lot of these actors appear.
The guy that was like, I gotta get those hogs in. Actually, I think that's him right there.
Wait, how did that go again?
He was like, I gotta get those hogs in. Yeah, that's the line.
Hogs?
And he's you gotta have courage, because I was a cowardly lion. And the other guy was like, you gotta have brains, because I'm a strong man.
Whoa, calm down.
Yeah, wow.
Jeez.
1939, this movie.
Spoiler alert.
1939?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's older than me.
That guy's very brave.
That's older than all of us.
I know.
I did not believe that, but okay.
That guy is very brave.
Yeah, there's Cowardly Lion, there's a Tin Man there.
Jabberwopping. So I saw an article the other day, that was supposed to be about facts about this movie, and I saw that apparently this actress that played committed suicide, which is kind of depressing.
There's a lot of dark facts about this movie.
Yeah.
Like one of the Munchkins hung themselves on set.
That's apparently fake.
Is it like a curse?
No, that was a real thing.
I don't know. I read it was not
sure?
real.
Was it?
I'm
I always heard that was
it's
real.
not true. I think I read that it wasn't true too.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm gonna look it up.
Because they used to say you could see him. I think they digitally removed it, but they say in one scene you could see behind him.
I know.
Like in the distance, you could see him hanging from a tree.
It was a fake thing.
I don't know.
How the hell would that end up on camera?
Well, that's what I mean.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
it's way in the background.
Yeah, still.
I don't know. Well, that's one of the. But again, there was always
Apparently, Toto's girl, which you can clearly tell now. I just never thought about it.
Why did Toto do a
Toto's
a
supposed to be
pinup
boy.
spread after the movie came out?
Come here, boy. But Toto was a girl.
She actually did. I have it hanging on my wall.
Yeah, it's false.
Oh, okay.
Fact checked by Snopes.com
Thanks,
concluded false.
Okay, well that's good to know. That was always kind of a sad thing. I was like, oh, that sucks.
The makeup that the Wicked Witch wears is toxic.
I love this song, by the way.
Yep. Well, it's just so strange. Like you see so many of these songs, the visual iconography, and how much is permeated into pop culture. But it's weird when you go back and see the original, where it actually started from.
It's cool. I mean, we haven't seen much of this movie, but and it's been a while for all of us since we've seen it.
I know, 1939, man.
But yeah, 1939.
It's been a minute.
Time flies. What was I saying? Oh yeah, this seems like a movie. I mean, this is a movie that really holds up.
It does.
Which I don't think there's really. I haven't seen many movies from 1939, but I don't imagine that's very true.
Yeah,
just about everyone's seen this one.
Yeah, just about everybody has seen this.
Well, I think it's also one of the why. I mean, some movies are classics just because they were a big deal when they came out, and then they're not really. Again, they don't really hold up today, but they kind of get grandfathered in terms of their popularity. But this is a movie where you can legit watch it. Now
This is one you would put in a time capsule.
I think they have actually.
And pull it out 3,000 years from now.
No, there's still going to be people watching it. It's not gonna. They're not going to need to do that.
No, they won't. But I mean, but you'd have the original format,
like the film disc.
Yeah.
That's a well-trained dog, by the way.
I know. Apparently,
That's actually a little person in a suit.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
No comment.
It's a great suit.
I guess they did it before the Ewoks, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, Shirley Temple was originally considered to be Dorothy, but they didn't think she could sing.
In the digital remastered version of this movie, there's actually 6 Totos in this scene.
I know. And an Imperial Walker in the background still.
Yeah.
God damn it, Lucas! See a Death Star in the sky behind her. 6 Death Stars.
Yeah.
All shooting lasers back and forth.
You can't hear her singing because of the TIE fighter noises.
Well, here we go.
I forget who she turns into.
The witch?
Sarcasm. So that's all a backdrop behind it.
Yeah.
But because everything is that kind of weird, sepia, black and white, it actually matches pretty well. I mean, it's a fake background, but it's not jarringly fake. The sets in this film, I mean, again, this was a high-profile film, so obviously they spent a lot of money, but...
I love that. Dorothy bit you? No, her dog. She bit her dog.
Mm.
I remember being a little kid watching this, and I was like, well, that was an odd exchange.
I like how she says destroyed, too, by the way. Jesus Christ.
Yes, I'm going to have Toto destroyed.
A giant laser.
I do think it's funny how we were just talking about how Toto was a well-trained dog, but it did bite a stranger.
Dog ever. If you got bit by that dog, you'd be fine.
Yeah, well, that's why she's a wicked witch.
Well, really, she was a very nice, sweet young girl before, but then Toto bit her, and she became this.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
That's somebody's destroyed.
Yeah,
that
that's
dog.
what this movie doesn't tell you. The bite happened 24 years ago.
She's still not over it.
Yeah, and she's.
It's not even the same dog anymore.
She's grown up into the
It's like one of the puppies.
It's one of the dog's descendants.
The third generation.
The dog's next of kin. Oh, what did she just call him?
A wicked old one. Seriously, that is a well-trained dog.
I know.
Put him in the basket, Henry.
Just really
We wouldn't want
eat
the
it.
sheriff to have to come all the way out
Pick
here to
this basket.
destroy this dog. Dorothy. That's great.
Her face like, did you hear that, bitch?
She does look evil.
Yeah.
She kind of has like an H.P. Lovecraft thing happening with her face. Seriously, look up a picture of H.P. Lovecraft and look at her face. I'm just saying.
Bye, Toto.
Toto's like, Toto out. I want someone to dub that in, Toto out.
I'm surprised it's got to be out there. It's got to be a meme of that shot of him popping his head out and then the sunglasses enjoying.
Yes.
To destroy you.
Can you like stop picking me up and like body slam me on the
I
back?
know.
Yeah, they should go to Oz. We'll never find her there.
You know, I like this movie, but it like a lot of other kind of movies, I guess, where a story of like somebody who goes to another world and it's clearly better. And then at the end of it, they have this great adventure. They meet all these cool friends, and then they go, "Well, I gotta go home now. I gotta go back to my world." And as a kid, I was always like, "Why?
No.
Well,
My family's there. Whatever. They can make more shit. Like I don't
They go back to their
Make
life
another me.
with the lessons they've learned.
It was almost like, again, like, oh, there's no place like home. Oh, I don't know. I think Oz is a lot better.
Believe
Yeah, but I mean, for Dorothy, that would have just meant staying in a coma.
I mean, I'm just saying. That was the dream I was having in a coma. I mean, you
Right.
don't know you're in a coma unless you woke up
Yeah,
from
I
it.
probably wouldn't. Yeah.
I'd probably stay there. Yeah. Is he a superhero?
What?
Professor Marvel?
Bro! That little rascal. Destroy him. It's fine. It's laced with arsenic.
Jesus.
Oh, trusting strange man on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's a superhero.
Is he? I mean,
Look at him. Right? He looks like one.
yeah, he'll
Just
be
go inside my shack.
he'll be riding into battle with Black Panther and Thor, right? And
Man.
how weird is to think that this is like older? That reference I just made is younger than this movie. It's like, holy shit, this movie's old.
It's old as shit.
I think DC
Oh, yeah, this is
characters
not
were around by
getting
this point, weren't they? Like, what was like Superman?
Superman?
Would he been around 1939?
Uh,
I don't think so yet.
Not
75 years.
I'm only asking you to try to put in perspective how old
I wanna
this
guess,
movie is.
Not yet. Just
Oof.
about.
It's probably pretty close for Superman.
Oh yeah, I know DC was around. Oh, 1938.
Yeah.
So wow, Superman is older than this movie. Holy shit.
He looks pretty good.
That's our farm. I love Dorothy's face. That's a weird thing to say, but she looks so like.
Lost.
Yeah, again, and that's kind of the whole theme of the movie. Like the whole movie is really her kind of finding herself and what's actually important. I mean, that's kind of the theme of the movie. Is basically like saying, realizing that what matters most to you is already right in front of you, and it kind of takes a character being juxtaposed against something so far off from the norm for them to realize that the norm was actually what they wanted all along. I can't relate to that because if I went to Oz, I'd be like, no, this is way better. Don't you want to go? No, don't. I like this.
Oh, for sure.
This is good. Got a talking
I'd
lion.
be totally fine with being one of the flying monkeys.
Hell yeah. Sign me up.
Right?
Act of service.
I finally belong to something.
You can fly.
Yeah,
I mean,
I always wanted to be a monkey as a kid.
Right?
I really did. I was like, are you kidding me? the things I could do if I had a thumb on my foot.
Word.
I mean, I could
Words.
climb anything. It's not fair.
Yeah, but if you got wings, you don't even need to worry about that.
They got hands for feet. And hands for hands.
And then you give them wings to boot.
What'd you say?
Then you give them wings.
Yeah, and then you give them wings. Overpowered. Please patch now.
Nerf this.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
I always thought the tornado was done really well in this.
Apparently,
I was
they used
so-
a stocking.
A stocking?
I was so fascinated by tornadoes as a kid. I
Me too, right?
I wanted to see a tornado in person.
I used to live in
I used
Tornado
to watch
Alley.
the movie Twister
Right?
all the time.
Yeah.
Like that part at the beginning when the dad gets like
Yep.
sucked out, that always freaked me out.
I saw Twister when I was living in Tornado Alley. And I never saw a tornado while I was there. If they happened around, we'd always hear, oh yeah, there was one.
Damn.
But never saw one.
Man.
See, you said that's a stocking they're using?
Apparently, it was. I think they said it was like a fucking like. It was a huge one though.
But it looks really good.
Yeah,
like,
they like sucked dirt up in it.
Again, like that's the thing. This movie, like I said, it holds up well. Like obviously the effects are dated, obviously, but not to the point where it makes the movie like, I know from like
it looks good.
from like a film historical point
Not
of
as
view.
good
You
as the
appreciate it.
digital remaster where there was like 600 tornadoes behind it.
And some Imperial walkers like meandering around them. Well, that's the thing. That looks better than like a shitty digital effect.
Yeah.
Like I always tell people, like CGI only works well if you can make it look completely perfect. When you can nail it perfectly, CGI is amazing. But if it's not 100%, it doesn't work. And that's where the benefit of a practical effect, because at least it's in the shot. It's real.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I've seen like some of the practical effects in this movie look better than like some of the crappy CGI that you've seen like on the Sci-Fi Channel or whatever. No disrespect to Sci-Fi, but I'm just saying.
Or in the Kaiju commentary series.
Yeah. I mean, the CGI and those commentary tracks. The movies are fine. The commentary tracks.
Yeah.
Garbage. Garbage.
Some of the shoddiest CGI work I've ever seen.
Those digital voices.
Uh-huh.
Oh, here we go.
Dorothy!
This would be so creepy if you really think about this. I mean, obviously, that's not how the structural integrity of a house works, but...
I don't know who built that house.
I know, that's a damn it.
On the inside, it's all steel.
I really like this too because it's like they're kind of conceptualizing her going through a portal, and this is like the transition.
Yeah.
Like this is just passing through the portal.
With this weird, quirky music.
I was just chilling.
And it's just you're seeing like all these elements from her
Life.
world and how they're
It's
how
done
they're
really
changing as they pass through. And then her home, which is kind of it's like her anchor to, her original world.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's shielding her from that change, I guess.
Yeah. And basically, when she leaves it, kind of her leaving kind of her safety, her nest, leaving the nest, basically. Oh,
Yeah.
There we go. And now you're seeing something from her world turn into something from this other world. Which implies...
Kind of. Not really. Just true nature revealed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's more accurate.
This poor dog.
He looks chill.
He's a union.
Wow.
Yeah, I always wanted to see a tornado.
Oh. Again, all that is done so well. Like, again,
1939.
well, that's why I'm always surprised when I was like, I thought it was made, like, what, in the 50s?
No, it's like 2001: A Space Odyssey. That movie is super old, and that fucking looks really good for today's standards still.
That's super old.
It's pretty old.
It's pretty
Well,
old.
it came out in like 2001.
God damn it.
Did you... Solid. Oh, there we go. I see. I would have loved to be able to go back in time and be in the theater at this moment and hear audiences like they gasp. That must have just echoed. This is like, for me, the only equivalent I can really think of when I went to the theaters as a kid is when I saw Jurassic Park, and you see the field where the Brachiosaurus walks out, and we see this big CGI dinosaur, and I remember the theater everyone was like, what the fuck? Because like, how do you make that? Some people were saying that, they use real dinosaurs because we'd never seen anything look that real. Well, yeah, but at the time, there was nothing we've ever seen that. Yeah. So I kind of feel like it would have been like that for people when they see this, because like you said, they had color in movies.
It's crazy to think about because it's like, well, what's next? Like, what experience like that is next in seeing a movie?
VR. They're going to just you're basically going to feel like you're there, where it's going to have like sensory stuff all over you.
I guess.
That's really the next thing.
Like, but how does I don't know. I just, the problem I have with that is like, how does that become, because how do you move through the movie?
Well,
how do you move from scene to scene?
Well, I think it'll still do cuts. It's just you're going to be there. But you'll also, like, when you're having a scene play out, you'll also be able to, like, look to the left of you or whatever, and you can see the room. So you can focus on the actors in the scene, or you can look behind you and see, like, the desk in the corner. I mean, that's like, we were trying to picture it because it hasn't happened yet.
No, I know.
It's like if 20 years before this movie came out, if you would have told them about what they were going to be seeing here, they would be like, well, how? How the hell are you going to do that? It's one of those things where until you experience it, you don't really know. But I'm just saying, this would have been like, that's I always said, that's my Brachiosaur in the field moment. That's what I always call it, when, a generation experiences something at the movies that is unprecedented, that blows them away. Because like you were saying, too, the color in this is really heightened. So there was color in movie before this. This isn't the first movie to do this.
Technicolor.
But look how brilliant the color is in this movie. Yep, classic. I'm a sandwich.
Is everyone here just witches?
Oh.
Again, this is really a high fantasy movie. Look at that. Magical world.
Ooh. I wonder who the Wicked Witch of the East was.
I think, I'm pretty sure all this is explained more in the books. Again, I wanted to go back and read the other books because, again, it's weird to think this is like a whole mythology in these books. And they only ever, I'm pretty sure that if memory serves, I think they actually did an older adaptation of The Wizard of Oz, but even before this movie, but it was very different. And I know they made a sequel technically called Return to Oz, which we will watch. They did that in '89, I think, came out or something.
I like how that's like an offhand insult, by the way. Oh, I've never heard of a beautiful witch. Only bad witches are ugly. And here she is asking if she's a good or a bad witch. Throwing shade.
Can't really tell.
Right.
Look at the set they built. This guy.
Sewer.
God, think of how much obviously it extends into a matte painting amount, but they look at this. They built a lot. Like, that seemed impressive. Like,
so where's the red brick road go to? I wonder.
And I'm one of those people who I hate musicals. I hate when people bust into songs. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Just say it. Like, but I don't know. So this is one of those movies where it really adds to the film's charm.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just what the movie is.
Yeah, exactly. And also, too, the fact that it happened... Well, no, I guess Dorothy sang a little bit, but it was more... I felt more introspective. But as a whole, there weren't big musical numbers in our world. So it just kind of adds to the fantasy element where it's like, yeah, maybe in this world people sing. Maybe that's a thing. You know what I mean? It's kind of like... It is a fantasy world, so even the way people communicate might be different. So it kind of works. I don't know. I'm just
Yeah, that's.
I'm just
You
trying
can
to-
find that information in the lore Bible for this for the Wizard of Oz universe. You killed her so completely.
Thank you for murdering someone for us.
Yeah, the Wicked Witch is dead.
So I was like, was there a bounty on her head? Because
I'm waiting for the like rated R remake of Wizard of Oz where Dorothy is a witch hunter.
It gets
Oh my
really
gosh.
dark.
And her
Yeah.
weapon of choice is a house.
Yeah,
Like she rides in her house through the sky, spinning around in
It's like
tornadoes.
where she
just
literally
dropping
where
off.
Dorothy she stayed in this world, and she became. Quentin Tarantino's directing this film. But she wears like this bright blue dress still, and like with the white and stuff. But then it's just like blood stains.
She's just dropping houses on people left and right.
You know, she's
like,
she's
ride the
wielding like
tornado?
still
Is
wielding
that her?
crossbows, and
These outfits.
There was an animated series in the 90s of The
Oh,
Wizard of
yeah.
Oz where, she stayed there and it was all kinds of adventures.
I vaguely
Yeah.
remember that.
Actually, it wasn't a bad show.
she has two flying monkeys that she has tamed.
She keeps them on chains.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah. Exactly.
like what's her face from The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
She's cut their wings off.
Oh my god. You should make this.
And she's like
Yeah.
burned like the stumps. They have like these scalded. Like,
Right.
why are we? Well, see,
Right.
why are we not in charge of everything?
Yeah, I know.
Watch the shit out of that.
Because-
Watch this beautiful enchanted story, like, and then she rips off their wings. See,
Yeah.
it burns
Yeah.
the wounds.
I'm gonna call it Dorothy, the witch fucker. But on the poster, it's like F asterisk asterisk.
She puts the crossbow to the witch's head and goes, "Welcome to Kansas." And
Yeah. Thanks for the egg rolls.
oh, God. That's an inside joke, folks. Don't worry about it. Toto's like this fucking pit bull or some huge mastiff now or something.
Yeah.
Toto's just a fucking bear. And she just rides this huge bear into battle.
That'd be cool. No, I don't know. Part of me wants Toto to be just in the basket that she carries with, just the tiny dog that he is. But maybe he talks and he's a chain smoker.
Oh my god.
He like reloads her
He's
crossbows.
like,
for her.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
What's that?
Over this.
Oh, fuck, the puppet comedy dog.
Oh, Toto. Oh, and then
Triumph the insult.
Yes, that.
Fuck the
totally
puppet
is.
comedy dog.
the
That's his name.
wizard. The wizard is like her quartermaster,
Oh, God.
making her like new weapons.
Yep.
And, like, and these like magical.
He's like her
grenades.
whistler.
And like yeah,
Yeah, so basically Dorothy's gonna be Blade.
kind of. But she's just gonna kill the wicked witches.
I haven't seen this in so long. I forgot
is
how
so
long
weird.
this part was.
Mm-hmm. Munchkin Land.
Oh, I remember these guys.
Yeah, these guys were the shit.
I love these guys. Look at them. Look at them. Little shit kickers.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
It's all coming back to me now.
And all this because she murdered somebody.
I know.
So what happens if she commits genocide? Did they just make her their
Oh my
their new
gosh.
god?
What does the Lollipop Guild look like in our version of this world?
Oh, God.
The thing is like I want the colors to be just as poppy and
Just as
vibrant.
poppy.
Yeah, just as poppy. But
But she's in like all black, like
no.
Crossbows.
She's in that bright blue dress. With the white, because blood will contrast nicely.
People are going to listen to this commentary going, well, if you guys are coming from the kaiju commentary, this isn't going to surprise you at all. For those of you who might be new to this, like, what the fuck? Oh, here we go. That's pretty good witch makeup, too.
Yeah, apparently it was toxic.
Yeah, I heard that, too. I think, wasn't Tin Man's also? Like the
I know
that's-
Tin Man, the original guy, he was allergic to it, so they had to get a replacement.
Yeah, but yeah, I remember her, yeah, the green paint was, well, yeah, it was bad for her skin.
Well, it was literally toxic.
Well, yeah, I know.
She couldn't drink or eat in it. But I'm like, that's still on your skin, even if you're not ingesting it.
Well, these are different times.
I mean, people have talked about how similar this is to Alice in Wonderland, right?
Yeah, I mean, the parallels have been kind of made where, again, like, normal girl from a normal world going to, like, you know, really, basically psychedelic, you know, if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I love the visual contrast between, you know, the good witch and the bad. It might seem cliche now, but I just love, like, it's so crystal clear who's who and what.
Oh my gosh. She's going to have the ruby slippers. Sorry, I just had a sweet idea. So that she's going to have the ruby slippers, right? And she's going to master using them.
Yeah.
And she's going to use them to be able to, like, teleport while fighting.
Oh.
So she's literally just going to be like fight and then jump, click the heels, be behind, and then, like, stabbing
Some
people.
DBZ shit.
It's gonna be, yeah, it's going to be nuts.
Hey, folks, is your childhood ruined yet?
Over here. You know, like, just whisper it in their ear right before
Let's
she
watch that movie right now.
slits their throat.
See, even now, I'm like, that effect was so good. That looked fucking amazing.
Like she just burned her shit.
Like, that was, I mean, yeah, this movie does hold up well. So, you gonna help me out with that?
I'm going to email Quentin Tarantino, I think, tomorrow morning.
Jesus Christ. Tweet him.
Quentin Tarantino's wanted to make a lot of movies, which a lot of people have just said no to him for. Apparently, he wanted to make a Godzilla movie one
I don't know
time.
how you can say no this day and age to a Wizard of Oz reboot.
Well, again, I'm trying to. Again, I know the Wizard of Oz franchise. I think pretty sure it's public domain,
We'll
but
see.
like the Wizard of Oz specifically is not. That's why, like when they did Oz the Great and Powerful,
Yeah.
it looks so different. And they had to name things differently because they could able to pull stuff from the other books.
The tagline for like the first trailer we're going to show is going to be like, "You're going to wish it wasn't in color."
Wow.
Wow.
Because that's how
Fucking
violent
gory it's gonna be.
Yeah.
God damn. Yep, man, there you go.
I got this whole thing figured out. This is going to be awesome.
I expect a script by next week.
Yeah, this is going to be a sweet ass movie. This is not your grandfather's Wizard of Oz.
I like how she just like nopes out, by the way. It's like, alright, well,
I
Yeah.
could probably do something about this, but you got it.
Right.
yeah, I don't understand. Well, why
Little
doesn't she
girl.
help her?
There's a wicked witch of the east and west.
West, yeah.
And then she's the witch of the north.
Yeah. So I
And
don't
there's
know.
another good witch in the south, right?
I don't know.
Or do we know?
Maybe it's her.
Right, that's what I'm wondering. Is Dorothy the good southern witch?
Oh my god.
Are there like northeast and southeast witches?
Again, I'm trying to look up some of the lore. Illustrated already published in the 1900. God damn, this book is really old.
I wonder if a Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, there's been, I think, a few sequels. There's a 1904. There was the first sequel, The Marvelous Land of Oz, and then 1911 there was The Emerald City of Oz.
What Scarecrow might be talking. Scarecrow was always my favorite.
I always love the Cowardly Lion. I had a soft spot for him.
He is funny.
I honestly can't remember any of them. The more I think, I probably watched the remastered version, never watched this one.
The remastered version with all the CGI stormtroopers and
Didn't it have the big like head from Power Rangers that we talked about?
yeah, Zordon was in it.
Yeah, and there was that desert planet with 2 suns.
Yep.
Tatooine.
Few Star Destroyers, yeah. I don't think that one was as well received.
How do you do?
They did the makeup good on him too, like how it's kind of seamless from like his face. It's supposed to look like the kind of the sack.
Yeah.
I love how accepting she is of all of this, and she's just more concerned about everyone's well-being.
She just came from a village of munchkins.
Yeah, I guess so, right?
Yeah, she did have a good like
A good segue to this moment, I guess.
It's gonna.
Yeah, a witch just popped up in front of her. I think she'd be okay with anything at this point.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. This probably isn't so bad, really.
Whoops! There goes some of me again.
Yeah, that face makeup's pretty fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Only when you look at me like that. That's funny. That always made me laugh as a kid.
Aw. My version of Scarecrow is going to be absolutely fucking terrifying.
Is he like Scarecrow from the Batman comics?
He's going to ask the wizard not for a brain, but for a fear toxin. Because he already has a brain.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons why they haven't just straight up remade this movie is because it's one of those things where while I would appreciate, I would think it'd be cool, but it's one of those movies where if they remake it, everyone's going to automatically hate on it. I think.
Well, I mean, a remake of this exact same movie would just be pointless.
Yeah,
This movie's pretty good.
Well, again, I think if they do more Wizard of Oz stuff, they need to take the 3 books, get the rights to all 3 books, and make a trilogy of films. Obviously, this is the first one, but like make it as like, okay, this is.
Has anybody here seen The Great and Powerful Oz?
I have. I see a few. I see bits of it actually, but I have not.
I was just wondering what that movie's like. If it's good. Or...
I've heard mixed things. I think some people didn't like it because they thought it was going to be more like The Wizard of Oz, but visually a lot of the stuff looked different because they didn't have the rights to the visual iconography of the film. So I think they pulled more from the book, ironically.
Mm.
But when people think Wizard of Oz, they don't think of the books. They think of, the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if you make The Wizard of Oz and really say, okay, we're taking the stories from the books and turning those into films.
Well, that's why one of... Very early on, my movie is going to be marketed as not your grandfather's Wizard of Oz. So everybody knows.
Right off the bat.
This is a very different Wizard of Oz.
Is this movie just the first book?
The teaser is gonna be like just like 10 seconds of it's gonna be like darkness almost, but then you're gonna see like a blade being sharpened and like sparks flying, and like it's creating the light, and the camera's gonna like pan. It's gonna start at the ground, and you're gonna see the flash of like ruby red slippers.
Oh,
and then it's gonna pan up, and you're gonna see Dorothy's. You're gonna see Dorothy.
Yep.
You're just gonna see like this much of her face,
like,
and she's gonna smile as she's sharpening. Yeah.
Yep.
It's gonna be sweet.
Now that walk they're doing, I'm just saying, World War II hadn't happened yet, but still.
What's up?
That walk they were doing, I'm like, maybe we should bend our knees a little bit more. Just putting that out there. Might make some people uncomfortable in hindsight.
They should have thought about that.
They should have thought of the possibility of impending war. Oh, this part always kind of weirded me out as a kid.
I don't know.
Oh.
Sassy trees.
Yeah, that tree's a dick.
Well, to be fair, she just like ripped a piece of him off.
Don't they want their apples to go and be free?
Like you just did to yourself.
I got her number. How do you like dem apples?
Oh. Oh God. They're done so well, but it looks so
See,
creepy.
kind of early on, we already know that Scarecrow has a brain.
I didn't look at those motor functions.
Yeah, he knows how to get apples. He figured it out.
He's been around the apple patch.
Yeah, he's like, I'll show you how to get apples.
Oh.
He's like, they're gonna give them to us.
Is it the Juggernaut?
This is the Iron Giant.
Yes.
What a man.
What a man.
It's a man! Really? You got that?
What? You speak Tin Man?
Oh. Sorry. Don't mind me.
I don't even know what you're laughing at.
Yeah. What in...
It's for the best.
All right.
Oh man, I don't like the way his face looks while he's getting oiled.
Hey man, got a good oiling?
Oh. All right, can we rewind this scene? I'm gonna watch it with my eyes closed.
Oh.
God damn it.
He's been stuck there for a year?
Yep.
Yeah.
My goodness.
He's probably used to it.
I say, imagine like being like aware that entire time. That actually is really fucking scary and depressing.
That's very terrifying.
Yeah, really.
God.
I kind of feel
It's
like
probably a good thing he didn't have a heart. Because I would break it.
oh.
That experience.
See, really, if you think about it, the Cowardly Lion has the bet because he's just scared, but he's at least flesh and blood and can run around and do that. This guy had a freaking like pole up his ass the entire time, and apparently he's been frozen awake
Wasn't up his
for a
ass.
year.
He was just hanging on it. Right?
Yeah, it was
Right? Like, that would be just mean.
This is always one of my favorite songs from it.
yeah.
Oh God. It got a little creepy because he was looking at her when he said that.
This is a more innocent time.
I know.
His makeup is very good, too.
Yeah. Well, even like the metal on his body, like it's.
Yeah.
You know, again, like all the set design and the costume, in this film are like. But yeah, no. Again, I think that's why this film stands the test of time because it's like it was the very best of the best in its age. So because of that, it still kind of resonates and that still kind of translates. It doesn't feel cheap. It feels dated, obviously, but it doesn't feel cheap. Whereas you look at certain films from yesteryear where you can tell they weren't even
Yeah.
top notch for their time period. So now, not only are they dated, but they're just it's just cheap. But this
Oil my knees.
is like a $200 million movie in 1939, basically.
Yeah.
It's be like a Marvel-esque movie now in terms of like budget and like scope. You know, what I mean, that'd be kind of in terms of budget, that'd be kind of an equivalent today, a movie of like that caliber.
I'm waiting for the Wizard of Oz cinematic universe.
Jesus.
You joke,
You're
but
the only one.
they're trying to make.
I'm working on it.
I forgot about that.
I love that. Except in your version, that'd be like a fucking Gatling gun or a rocket launcher. So Benzo's a flamethrower. Yep.
No, it'd probably be like poison gas.
He saves them from those trees that are throwing apples by like just torching them.
My Tin Man's basically going to be Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love the Toto's going back and forth too.
I know.
Yeah, what a well-trained dog.
I know.
Seriously.
No, this whole cast does a great job. Like everyone,
Especially Toto. Top billing, right?
right top billing.
You had to be stuck for a year just looking at your oil can.
Oh, yeah. Just out of reach.
Makes you really want to burn down a forest,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. And for those of you guys who don't know, Dorothy's played by Judy Garland, Scarecrow is Ray Bolger, and Tin Man is Jack Haley.
No idea who any of this.
And the Witch is Margaret Hamilton. It's fun, again, I'm looking at the photos of them, just as their headshots, basically. And you see them in makeup, and you're like, God, a lot of this makeup would work today.
I know.
The Scarecrow face is so good.
Yeah, well, that's my point.
They
And
all are.
the Wicked Witch
She
here,
got some
honestly,
good contouring.
yeah, that's really all the Wicked Witch would need. Just some more very shading to make it look a little less vibrant. But even like the prosthetics they added to her chin and nose.
All the prosthetics are blended really well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's every matter of me, sir. Yeah.
Ray Bolger.
You're right. You're in a way cooler place now. I love how dark the forest looks in the
I
background
know.
too.
And that random ass
Just
bird
love
back
the way
there.
the Scarecrow moves all the time.
Well,
I know.
it's a cool juxtaposition to the Tin Man. Tin Man's again the very kind of rigid movement. The Scarecrow is very like,
Loosey goosey.
yep. Oh, we're getting up to my favorite part. I'm gonna see Mr. Bert Lahr playing my favorite character. See again, look at those map pages. Look how
I know.
well.
We should do a Wizard of Oz D&D campaign.
Shit, yeah.
I'm sure it exists already
That would
somewhere.
work. Fuck yeah. No, that just sounds awesome. Oh, but see, and I also love how a lot of fantasy is actually very dark. Even like, it's always like darker, more kind of cryptic environments too. A lot of people think high fantasy is very bright and colorful, but a lot of this movie has a lot of dark settings. Again, I love how it has color, but it's
Oh my.
a lot of shadow. I don't know. I just love the set design of this movie.
Oh my. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. Lions and tigers and bears.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
What the hell was that?
So, once upon a time, I was getting my driver's license photo taken, and I let my hair down, and I was compared to this gentleman right here.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
And I like how they did his lower body. They made they kind of hid the human proportion. He literally looks like a feline on their hind legs. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'd win with the axe too. He's made of metal and he's got an axe. He looks like he's like a fucking wise guy.
You
Scared, huh?
shivering junkyard.
Yeah, Toto. Oh.
Oh, that's it. Nobody goes after Toto.
Whoa. Whoa. I love him so much.
The tail.
His hair is fabulous, though.
It is pretty beautiful.
Oh man, I just figured out the thumbnail for this commentary.
Oh no.
Oh god, it's perfect.
So I mean, Ryoki gets to be Toto.
I was gonna say, which cat gets drafted as a dog?
It's fucking Scarecrow's face.
Look how they did the jowls on him.
I think it's funny. Some of these actors started during in silent films.
Yep. Yeah, that's the thing. The Talkies would not have been that.
The Talkies, as they are known.
Remember when the folks when they said the Talkies were going to ruin films? Just how like some.
No, I
big
don't
name-
remember. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I'm not old like you.
I only say that because certain big name directors today think that streaming media is going to destroy film too, and I just have myself a good little laugh when I hear them say things like that because I'm like, oh, history always repeats itself. But no, it is interesting though because there were a lot of actors who before
You only had the nerve.
back in the days of silent film that they couldn't translate over because their voices did not kind of fit their image.
Mm-hmm.
And it happened for a lot of actors too. They had a good physical presence, and then you would hear their voice. They would be not what you would expect, and it didn't work.
The nerve.
But yeah, but think about it. When
I love the lyrics of it.
I
All
know
these
The
songs are
lion
pretty
suit
great.
with like
Yeah.
100 pounds.
I'm a dandelion.
it was heavy.
I love how they did the pause.
He does.
Yep. And I love how the
Yeah,
tail is
sometimes, yeah.
controlled by like string, so it's not just this dragging thing behind him.
We're off to see the wizard.
Fucking creepy hidden cameras.
Fucking monkeys are terrifying.
Look at the hairdo on that monkey.
She deserves a lot of credit for her performance.
It is pretty good.
I mean, she really, because I mean, for the longest time, if I pictured a witch, this was
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, and really, in a lot of ways, it still is.
Yeah.
Well, again, the green skin, the hat. I mean, I know that
And
kind
just
of
the way that she talks and moves and everything.
Yeah.
Which you can say, the way she looks is the costume designers or
Yeah.
whatever. But
her performance.
her behavior.
She's
yeah,
always
whenever-
hunched over and
is also-
everything.
yeah.
Yeah, whenever people do like a pressure, like if someone you at a party and you're like, oh, pretend to be
You
a
ever
witch.
say, I'll get you, my pretty. She will say that all the time. Like,
It's totally this.
witches say that all the time, man.
Yeah, all the witches I know say
All the
that.
witches. They all say it.
God, look at those gorgeous fucking matte paintings. I keep saying it, but
They look pretty good.
They look fantastic. Like
I just want to swim in the flowers. This is one thing that the Land of Oz doesn't get credit for. It's like they literally do, like, they roll around in these flowers. Where it's like, you would never really want to do that in our world.
no, you wouldn't.
No matter how beautiful the flowers are.
I mean, just think of the allergies.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
what I
my
was thinking.
gosh.
And
You
or
wouldn't,
bees.
you wouldn't be able to breathe for like a year.
Nobody has allergies in Oz.
No.
It'd be bad if she's allergic to like pollen, hay, cats.
See, I wouldn't do it just
Finds
because
out
I wouldn't
now.
want to trample the flowers either, though.
Well, it's kind of hard to avoid them.
Well,
But you can trample a few of them. They're kind of enough.
The Emerald City.
Roofie, mode, and cage.
But again, it really is like a classic. Like here, it's funny when you hear like Lucas talk about how he based Star Wars a lot of like kind of classic fantasy hero journeys, where you have the main character who comes from kind of a normal, benign background, and they kind of meet interesting, crazy characters along the way as they go on their adventure to take down a great evil. And it's funny, you look at it here, it's like, all right, you know,
This is exactly that.
yeah. I mean, think about it. Like Luke Skywalker met R2D2, C3PO, then Han Solo, Princess Leia. You know, this eclectic group of characters. And here, look at her. She meets a Scarecrow, a Tin Man, a lot. You know, it's to say
The
you.
smuggler with the fastest starship in the galaxy.
Well, that's the thing. You realize this is kind of a. I don't want to say a trope, but it's very much like a theme that is.
What do we do? Help! Yeah. The good North Witch of the North.
But yeah, no. Again, it's just interesting to see like how this kind of theme has persisted throughout kind of our stories throughout the centuries. You know what I mean?
It's hard to tell how many things are like influenced by it.
Exactly.
I wonder if there's like, so is she the only witch of the North, or like if you go further north, will you find another northern witch?
I don't
Is
know.
there like a nicer,
Like
wester
every
witch of the
like
West?
every mile marker,
Until
there's
eventually you get
another like.
Is this like a flat Earth world?
yeah.
no such thing, my
Well,
friend.
this isn't Earth. This
Sorry,
is
flat planet.
Oz.
That's
Oz-
why it's round. It's,
Oz is flat. Earth is round.
yes, all of you out there, it is. I don't want to hear in the comments. Well, actually, no. Shut up.
I, for one, would love to hear your arguments for the Earth being flat.
No. People who built the pyramids when fucking mammoths were still alive could figure out it's round, okay? You've got Google. No excuse.
You believe everything you read on the
How
internet?
do you expect
Alright.
to lay a yellow brick road
Oh
on
my
a
God.
round surface?
Impossible.
You got me.
You couldn't.
You got me.
You couldn't.
Can't even argue
A
with that.
brown brick road, maybe. Maybe.
Your
No-
argument
no
makes
yellow-
way too much sense. for
No
me to
yellow, no yellow brick will lay on a
play.
round
Round
surface.
planet. I wonder what they're growing down there. It's like clearly like, farmland. I'm just curious what the kind of agriculture is like here in
Oscorn.
Oscorn. Is there a corporation here
In
that is in charge of Oz
Ozcados.
that is called Oscorp?
Yeah. That's
Oh my god, he's from space.
No, I was looking at his outfit is off.
Is he invisible?
Is she though? Is she?
check out my kicks.
It's true.
Nowadays, they would just like
Bust my
digitally add in an
I don't want to
swoosh.
bust your buttons, buddy.
I'll bust my butt.
By the way, you see the line in that scene? He's like,
That's a horse of a different color.
Aren't those the East Witches, shoes?
Oh,
What?
Aren't those the East Witches shoes?
Yeah, she's like, listen, I destroyed
Yeah.
the Wicked Witch of
She's
the
the witch
East.
fucker, right?
Now
She's
you
are
will-
mine.
You will allow me passage through your Emerald City, or I will bring the house down.
Oh, guy's beard and mustache is amazing.
So
His hair is even
apparently,
more impressive.
this horse, they put grape jello on it. That's literally, they wiped grape jello all over this poor horse to make it purple.
At least it's edible.
That's pretty awesome.
And then they
But
put in a
they
craft
had to
service.
shoot
Off,
the
right?
scene really fast because I guess the horse kept licking it off. So
That's hilarious.
I know.
I
They
mean, I
would have
guess
to
it's not.
keep me from licking it off. I love grape jelly.
It's like a vicious cycle, though.
Okay, what about this one?
Cherry
Oh,
jello.
what happened?
Cherry
They
jello.
bathe that one in
Blood?
And yeah, it's
actually a red velvet horse?
In
Oh.
horse blood, horse piss.
Okay.
It's a yellow horse. That's why they say never eat the yellow horses.
Well, I was gonna say it was like it came full circle because Jello is made from horse hooves, right?
Is it?
Yeah, there's like one of the
What?
ingredients.
What are you talking
What?
about?
Isn't that a thing? I'm pretty sure.
I don't
that's a
know.
thing.
I don't know.
Is it?
I've never.
God, I hope not.
I've never
Yeah.
made Jello.
We're gonna fucking eat Jello again.
I thought
That's
Jello
all, like,
was made
things
of
of the past, right?
shots.
Look how happy he looks there. By the way, I like how they're essentially just ripping.
Yeah, gelatin. Okay, I guess it's an urban legend. The
Yeah.
collagen and gelatin
It's like
does
when-
come from boiling the bones and hides of animals processed for their meat, but it's usually cows or pigs. But hooves consist of a different protein, which can't produce gelatin. Okay, so maybe not.
All
See?
right.
He's just like me. He likes to go to the salon and get his hair did, man.
So Chrissy.
You and the Cowardly Lion, one and the same.
Yeah,
I don't know.
There's so many similarities.
I've already
So
made
many.
actually an appointment for this month to get my hair done.
You're gonna get a cute little bow like that.
If it comes standard, yeah. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Dorothy's hair looks
Uh-oh
amazing.
is right.
So what I want to know is that in this city, in this building that they're in, what does all these people do? What is their job? Like, do they just hang out there, being green, waiting for, moments to break out
Who
into like a
tends the
large
fields?
musical number?
Who tends the fields with the Oscorn and the Oztatoes?
I guess, but they're not there now, dude. They're all just chilling and shit. So I was just
you don't have to be
wondering.
there all day.
You know what? That's fair. And the rest is just kind of like a nice little social hour.
Yeah.
No. I feel you. I feel you.
Oh, we
Who
gotta
covers
hurry
the
if we
horses
want to
in
see the
Jello?
wizard.
Huh? What is that hat?
This fucking the hat and the fucking gloves.
I know. There's a lot of green. God damn.
Yeah, it does.
Look at his eyebrows.
I know.
Like the W.
Because we all know what happens when Dorothy doesn't get what she wants.
Jesus.
She brings the house down.
I just want to see like little 2x4 falls. This is just the beginning.
Jesus Christ.
I want that outfit as like a pajama. It's like-
Oh God, I forgot about the song.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
What he does.
Jesus Christ. That's Cowtown.
Cow cow. That's what it is.
Oh, gosh.
I love him so much. God, his facial expression. I'm surprised there aren't more memes of him.
I feel like this took a lot of takes because I couldn't like not laugh.
I know.
Looking at him do this.
Oh, so apparently I remember reading this, like, the lion skin, I think, was made from, like, a real lion hide.
I was thinking that the way the paws and stuff were going over.
Yeah, like, I think I remember that. Yeah, he's basically wearing an actual lion.
It's kind of badass.
Oh, man.
I mean, I don't think PETA would approve, but...
I would explain why it'd be so heavy, too, if it's a hide.
Yeah. Because from a costuming perspective, I mean, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though. If they remade Wizard of Oz or did, like, another adaptation of the book, I kind of wonder, like, would he still be, like, an
Make it,
anthropomorphic
like,
lion, or would he be,
lion.
like, just a big lion?
I'm picturing, like, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe lion.
Yeah, like an Aslan. I think in the books that's what he was. I don't think he was... Yeah, I'm pretty sure in the book he's literally just a lion. But obviously they couldn't tame a lion, or...
So, in my version, he is going to be king of the forest.
Not know how.
Jesus Christ.
Oh!
Courage.
Ew.
Wow.
Courage. Courage. He says courage so, like, well.
Courage.
How do you say it like that? Courage. Courage. I can't do it.
That C sound needs to, like, cut through the air.
Courage. Uh-oh. The wizard has spoken. The wizard doesn't care about them damn good witches.
He looks them bad witches.
He's in
Wicked witches.
Some wicked witch.
I like it when they cry.
So, yeah, it's kind of creepy.
You're welcome. Oh.
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
God. Sprung a leak there, bud. It's like when a girl puts on a sad face, trying to get inside the club, trying to get past the
I had
bouncers.
an Aunt M myself once.
What does that even?
Oh, it's so great. I used to have an Aunt M.
Hey, look, Toto's back.
The lion's tail was like...
Poking him in the back.
Yeah. When do we see the flying monkeys?
It's after they leave the city.
Because I honestly thought like the movie ended like...
Yeah, I thought this was like the end.
Yeah, I thought so too, but I can't remember.
No.
It's been so long.
This is like end of second act, basically. Start of
Really?
third.
There are 3 acts in this film?
Just reacts in every film. That's kind of how they work.
Mine's gonna have one final act.
The first act is the final act. This is where the Power Ranger dude comes, right?
I know, right? So they're gonna get all their morphing. They're headed to the morphing grid. Only bathrooms look like this.
But why?
Why the fuck not?
Are you like trying to like burn your poop or something?
I mean,
Who are you? I'm Dorothy. That's how she describes herself. I'm small and meek.
I want to just address people in Tokyo. Silence! Flames rise up behind me.
You can make that a thing.
I would love to make that a thing.
I love the way
I
his
believe
body's moving here, where like like his body's just like literally shaking up and down. It's funny. They could all use some courage.
Yeah. Wow, that was harsh.
Yeah, it's very hurtful. I do like how he just gives Scarecrow a degree, doesn't he? Isn't that what he ends up doing?
Yeah. Gives him a GED.
There you go. You got a brain now. Move along.
Tell him, Dorothy.
Yes, the small and meek.
What is that? Oh, that's not too hard.
Okay, now I remember.
Yeah.
I forgot that they saw him twice.
I know, me too.
Here we go. Look at that. Hauling ass.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Lying out.
Bring me the broomstick.
And I love all like the
Witch
forest
West.
sets.
She took it in a divorce. It was actually his broomstick. Witch's Castle, 1 mile. I'd turn back if I were you.
Such a happy
I
little
wonder who
ghost.
wrote that. I think it was one of the monkeys.
Is that net to catch the witch?
It's like a big mouth. He's got.
I think it's gas.
He's got his bow.
That does look like an old gas thing.
Yeah, that's what I was
He
thinking.
still has his permanent.
It's got like a pump thing on it.
Oh yeah.
That's probably for his perm to like keep it going.
His permanent.
Yeah.
Don't get it wet. It'll.
No, it says
I
witch
love that.
on it.
He's got a gun.
I just was gonna say, what the fuck?
He's gonna fucking just
Wait, I didn't see that the first
shoots the Wicked Witch.
You don't believe in spooks? Oh.
time. Okay.
How did that happen? I looked away for 2 seconds.
The spooks.
Magnets.
The Force.
Well, he believes in the Force. I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me. I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me. I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me.
I want to see these these monkeys in action.
Oh, you're gonna see them.
Look at their hairdos.
Mohawks. There's some intense mohawks. They could like slice you.
In the remake, that's exactly the Mohawks like blade that they detach and throw.
Yeah.
Mm.
Kind of like Yondu's thing from Guardians.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all whistle. They all have the whistle arrow things.
That's cool.
That's a lot of monkeys.
But it's kind of crazy. She's got like an army, basically.
Yeah.
She's a witch.
She what she does is she steals infants from their cribs, and then she turns them into the flying monkeys.
Sounds legit.
That would be actually pretty creepy, like legitimately, if that was like a real thing what they did.
Well, think about it. They're kind of
why are
like
all those-
evil cherubs in that
In
sense.
the villages under her control, have
Yep.
like made deals with her
Yeah, that
where they
village is
sacrifice
cursed.
a
So
certain
Chris-
number of
Of
their
children.
Your
children.
job is to write a campaign now. Do you
Yeah, seriously,
There he
that's.
is.
Oh my god, it works so.
Bye.
I'm writing my movie, so I don't know if I can do both.
Make it both.
God, all this looks so cool. No, I've always felt. Oh god. Now imagine if he was like a human being, all this guts hanging out.
Right.
This is like a scene from Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, you'd wish it wasn't in color.
Oh no! Oh no!
Again, I almost said fantasy is supposed to have a very kind of dark visual quality to it. So I love that. Even something like this Wizard of Oz. Again, I think people don't really remember how dark this movie looked. I think they think of the first moment when she first arrives and Oz, how bright and vibrant everything is. But really, after that, the movie has a much visually darker quality to it.
It's all about Toto.
They've got everyone hooked with all like the songs and the bright colors in the beginning.
Yeah, but that's
And
what
now
people.
it's time to like fall down the drain.
But that's the thing. The majority of the movie is like this, which I love. Because I've always been kind of a fan of like the dark and the macabre, and this movie I think is a lot darker than people really remember, both visually and in tone. I mean, this whole thing gets kicked off by like her crushing someone to death with a house.
But it was so joyous that moment.
I know.
That city came alive.
Like catch him. Why?
Dog,
Why do you care about the dog so much?
Those slippers will never come off while you're alive.
Toto, away!
Now I gotta figure out the lore behind these slippers. I mean, the teleporting thing is cool, but I think they but the witch wanted them. I feel like some curse has to be tied to them.
Yeah,
Because they can't be removed until you die.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't she just kill her?
So there has to be some downside. Because these things have to be handled
Delicately.
Like dropping a house on it?
Yeah.
That worked out pretty good.
One delicate move.
She always looks like I buy her
Dorothy
emotion.
the small and meek.
Oh, she does such a good job in this movie. Like, you legitimately like feel for her. You know what I mean?
Her feet must be killing her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Fucking bitch. Jesus Christ. That was such a dick move.
That was a great movie.
That's awesome. Just being a bitch to her. Oh, look at that. That is awesome looking.
Arf. Arf.
Arf, arf.
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 And it cuts to a close-up of Toto, and he's got, like, Clint Eastwood's voice.
Woof.
Oof, I gotta rescue Dorothy. Tin Man, Scarecrow, Lion, we gotta go now. Cuts out, ruff, 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 ruff. Cuts back in. What are you all looking at? Come on, pull yourselves together.
What is Toto trying to say?
Ruff, 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 ruff. The fuck are you looking at, you dipshits? Come on. Basically, it all just degenerates to, like, Christopher Nolan Batman.
I'll never understand why Dorothy is friends with these losers.
He captures one of the monkeys. Where is she? I don't know anything, I swear! Swear to me!
Yeah, we can do this the hard way. We're gonna do this the hard way. No. It'd be better if he says, no, we could do this the hard way. Or we could do it the hard way. But you already said the hard way. I know. And then he attaches the car battery to its nipples.
Oh, God.
Flying monkey.
Yeah.
It's my jam right here.
I always thought these guys were so terrifying.
Well, yeah, I mean, look at those freaking, like, blades. They're kind of like, holy shit. Like, the Wicked Witch.
Man, these guys are evil.
Evil!
Evil. Yeah, show that brontosaurus who's king of the forest.
Don't they have a gat?
A gat?
What? And then what does he do to the hippopotamus? He
He
Rip
like
him from
knocks
top
up
to
top to
bottom?
bottom.
yeah,
or
rips him
something.
from top
Top
to
to
bottomus.
bottomus.
I know it was something to bottomus. I like the word bottomus.
That's a good word. It's a good solid word.
Mm-hmm. Don't tell me to shut up. I tell you to shut up.
So are these guys like the males of her species? Like,
So
Of
maybe
her
we're lost.
Or the
Species.
lizards? I don't know.
They're male witches.
what's I'm saying? Is it like, okay, the females get like magical abilities, or is it like a Smurf situation where there's only one female?
Oh God.
I love how they did this.
I think it's like a Darthamir situation, like Darth Maul.
Yeah.
So there's the there's the Night Sisters. So the females of his race,
Yeah.
they're like Force witches,
I like how
and
they
then
put the little
the guys are just like,
Badass.
well, not all of them are Force sensitive.
That's the thing. It's a situation
But-
where like the females are like sensitive, have like innate
Oh
magical
yeah,
powers.
and it's weird. It's like there's way more males than there are females. Any of them they could have all gotten a disguise. Did they all get one?
Yeah.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Except Toto.
Except for Toto.
Toto
Well,
just
Toto
got
could just
castle.
pass as a hat.
Yeah, right.
The funny thing would have done that. Like,
Yeah.
Missed opportunity.
Where do we go now?
now we're doing the dungeon crawl.
Toto's like, it's this way, you idiots.
Can you just do Toto's voice the whole time?
Yes.
I would love someone to just dub that in.
Open this door. I'd do it myself, but I don't have hands.
Or just do what everyone else does on the internet, just dub in like Sam Jackson's lines.
Yeah.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing. I want to hear.
What?
I want that so bad. Sam
Yeah.
Sam Jackson as Toto.
Yeah. Yeah, I love you too.
Let's be out. Look, it's just Scarecrow just parkour his way down.
You guys didn't get the broom. I forget how she kills her. I know she ends up like dissolving, right? Oh, Rain. Didn't she get wet?
Yeah, like
She melts.
she melts.
She's like a
Yeah.
science alien.
I'm melting. See, I even forgot that's where that came
That's
from.
my point.
You know, that she is what we all think of as witches.
Exactly. This movie, again, it's one of those things where this movie has influenced things that have influenced things. That's how like deep the influence of this goes. And they're dead.
Hell yeah. Alright, guys. There's only one thing we can do. Bring this house down. Look at those sparkling slippers.
I know, right?
Dude, he's
God
got a
damn.
brain now. Look at him
Razzle
go.
dazzle.
Razzle dazzle. Choo. Where do we go now?
Seriously, I know I keep saying it, but the set
The
integration.
sets are very good.
I know,
The sets are like really, really good.
like
I mean,
This is
especially like
1939.
every time you think 1939,
Yeah.
it's like the sets
There was
are
no
amazing.
green screen here at all.
no. It's like holy shit. So when you see like really bad, cheap movies that are like,
Yeah.
you can't even do better than that now. Like, come on.
Like hot.
See, I think all those men are like, she has magically morphed like normal men into that as well.
So kind of like her
Yeah,
imagery.
because her dark practicing of magic is what has turned her into her, and she's like, she has transformed them with that too. And they're kind of slaves to like what she wants them to do.
yeah, kind of like warped and twisted into her own image.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, that's where she go.
They're essentially like orcs and urks and Lord of the Rings.
Oh, here we go.
My beautiful wickedness.
Okay, let's review how. Okay, Dorothy's murdered 2 witches, crushed over the house, and burnt one, or like dissolved one.
Yeah, that's acid. It's not water. She brought a vial of acid, just chucked it on her. Mm-hmm. She's ready.
Toto just takes a piss on her.
See, and now the influence of the witch is gone.
I love that show. Like, yeah, they were basically just being ruled by like a tyrannical bitch. Basically, like they did it because what choice do they have? But like, second she's out of the way, it's like fuck yeah.
See, in my movie, Dorothy, so she kills the witches and she takes something magical of theirs as her, like a trophy. And she uses it against the other witches.
So then in the end, she becomes the most terrifying witch.
She turns her sights on
The
the
wizard.
good witches. She doesn't. She hates all witches.
The only good witch is a dead witch.
Yeah. Oh my god. The best witch is a dead witch.
Yeah. And I love
Toto
it's
to the
Toto.
rescue.
If you dumbasses would pay attention, you'd see that the
Toto always knows what's
wizard
up.
is just a man.
And I
Pay
love
no
that's.
attention to the man behind the curtain.
And I
One
love
of the
that's
podcasts
because
I listen to uses that. Like one of the guys he makes his own beats and stuff. Like he does like that with making his own music, and they
Yeah.
have like this beat that, and then that's inserted in there. It's like pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. And the podcast is called Very Bad Wizards,
that's awesome.
which I recommend to everybody. It's a very good podcast.
Which is funny too because there's this whole notion.
And then that line is in there too, and it's kind of like mixed and waka waka'd. But go ahead. I interrupt.
No, I was just gonna say, even that line, it's become like synonymous with, like, you know, when someone's full of shit.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it's like, you know, pay no attention, man behind the curtain. It implies, like, you know,
Yeah.
the kind of the truth behind the lie.
But I also love that statement. And she goes, "You're a very bad man," and he goes, "No, I'm a very good man, but a very bad wizard."
Yeah.
I'd love to go to that school.
It was that easy. Fuck school. Just get a diploma. Be fine.
In thinkology.
I wanted him to hand him a gun right there.
Again, I love the kind of the whole thing of it. It's all superficial, basically saying, like, you already have this. It's all just a matter. Like, look at everything you've just done.
Yeah.
How much bravery it took to do that.
Oh.
Again, I just love that. It's everything he's giving them is basically just an acknowledgement of what they already have, but it's just kind of a visual cue that kind of like lets them know. It's almost like psychosomatic, because they have like a trinket now. They think they have it when all along the reason why they're even here is because they have everything they thought they were actually missing. Which is kind of ironic, because for Dorothy, it's kind of the same thing, because again, she realizes now that everything she's ever wanted, she already had.
You are home, Dorothy. I'm a very good man, just a very bad wizard.
I'd still want to stay.
Yeah,
He landed there and became the first wizard.
This place is pretty sick.
She became the witch, right? They all
I
thought
would
she
have
was a
stayed
witch,
at the
right?
Wicked Witch's like castle. That was pretty badass. I'm just saying, you see a fucking medal.
So you mean no one is... There is a vacancy?
It comes with your entire like army.
Yeah,
even
and just
Air
imagine
Force.
what you could do to a person if you dropped that on them.
Air Force.
You could take over the world. Like, technically unexplainable. Look how they got around it.
Absolutely unprecedented.
That's a lot of green.
To your point, it's like seeing this happen. You're like, I mean, well, it's not all bad. You get to stay in Oz forever.
Yeah, and essentially, I'm pretty sure you're like queen now. Like, I mean, you know, I'm just saying, like, it's not a bad.
Yeah, but what about Auntie M? Huh?
What about Auntie M, Alex?
What about her?
Were you missing Kansas that bad? Were you looking at the opening of this movie thinking to yourself, like,
Auntie
damn?
M. Auntie M was gonna give away Toto to be destroyed.
Exactly.
Destroyed.
The Wicked Witch was only gonna kill Dorothy.
She was never going to
They
destroy
were gonna
it,
destroy
okay?
Toto.
Never going
Destroyed.
to destroy Toto, okay?
Because Toto was gonna get the fuck out. Toto was like, well, shit, these assholes are gonna serve me up. Fuck that, I'm out. Toto out.
See how Dorothy kills this witch.
Snaps her neck, Steven Seagal style.
Yeah.
Steals her.
We already got what we want from you.
Yeah.
I know, right? Thanks for murdering the competition. Now
Right.
I will rule.
Now I will send you home and take the slippers.
That'd
See? Oh my gosh. So
Oh, God,
So my movie is actually going to be a sequel. Dorothy's going to return, and she's going to find out that this good witch in the north was actually the most wicked witch of them all.
Well, I know the sequel to this movie, Return to Oz. Oz is all messed up now.
Yeah.
So, you know, great minds think alike.
Dorothy was tricked. And they'll be left here and be mine forever. And with them, I will rule this land.
Seriously, she's like about to rip Toto's ear off.
Yeah, that dog's been super chill this whole movie.
I know.
Aw.
I hate hearts.
Someone take it out of me.
This thing is so stupid. We can hear you. Are you ready now? Say goodbye, Toto. Click, click, click.
Again, another line that is just so iconic.
Mm-hmm.
That you've heard used a million times in a million
That's
different
not cool.
things.
Tell me this got Best Picture.
I don't know, actually. That's a damn good question. We'll look it up right now. It's so weird now seeing it in black and white.
Well, they didn't have a choice. I mean, You're filming on Earth. They didn't have color in 39.
Yep.
Yup.
Yep. I reckon.
Oz?
So again, that was, again, I'm not sure the book, but it's like, was this supposed to be all fake then?
Yeah.
In the movie, it was.
So it won Best Original Music and Song, Best Original Score.
So, in my sequel, what's happening here? So when she was waving her wand and saying "No place like home, no place like think of home." She was actually she put her into a coma, and then this
is the illusion.
Yeah.
So it's like
she's living out her life thinking she's back home.
But in actuality,
in actuality, she's trapped and she's taken the slippers from Dorothy, and she's ruling Oz.
Well, take it a step further and make it where she never actually was from Kansas.
That
was her waking up from the spell. But yeah, anyway.
I need that movie now.
It is a real place, and only in the movie is it a dream she wakes up.
That's what I figured. Yeah.
I had my suspicions. The book was better, folks. Told you.
Read the book. Always read books. Books are good. But anyway, guys, thanks for listening, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Goodbye.